Okay, don't talk about my hair. I just woke up from a nap. But when I woke up from my nap, I just saw a girl talk about, I think she's in France, and she's trying to send Halloween cards to her family here in the US. She goes to one post office. They're like, no, it's not available. It's not an option. You cannot send mail to the US. She's like, okay. Goes to a second post office. I'll tag her down below in the comments. Takes her husband with her because she thought maybe, okay, it's a language barrier. There's no way that I can't send mail to my mother in the US. Second post office, no, we're not sending mail to the US. So she goes on to explain about like how it's concerning. Why can't we send mail to people in the US? And then it's also concerning because people here in the US are like, we have no idea what you're talking about. Like, what do you mean you can't send mail to us here? And listen, I'm not the biggest fan of AI, ChatGPT. I'm very aware of like the environmental issues that it causes. However, when you're looking it up on TikTok, it says it goes against the guidelines and refuses to do the search. When you look it up on Google, it really wasn't giving me what I wanted. Therefore, I did go to ChatGPT, got an explanation. Doesn't make it less scary, still is really messed up, but I feel like it kind of gives a little bit of an explanation for those that also saw that or hear it and are like, what is actually going on before we all start panicking? Yes, we are underreacting. It's better to react educated. I said, hi, question was with, can I speak today? Letters to the US right now, not packages, but letters. And then it goes on to go into the whole like tariff situation. New US import tariff rules have created confusion and risk for our postal system. So some countries are temporarily halting all mail or most mail to the US while they sort out how to comply. It then went on to say, citing that their transportation partners, airlines, freight carriers are refusing to carry anything unless the duty payment issue is resolved. Which makes sense because one of my favorite companies had let me know that, okay, we're sending you like a goodie box. I got an email that my PR package had gotten shipped. It was ready to be delivered, but there were taxes to be paid, and they were telling me that I had to pay, I think it was like $40 to be able to receive the PR package. And I was like, what? Since when is that? And so I ignored it. I thought it was spam. I literally thought I was getting scammed. I was like, this isn't real. Let me see if I can find the email. Okay, I did find it. It has too much personal information on it, but it was $20.56 and it was called a duty hold. And I guess they paid the extra duty fee. And that's when I started realizing like, oh, and then that's when like the PR packages from other countries started to slow down. And that's like perfectly fine. That do not take that the wrong way, but do you get what I'm saying? That's when I started noticing like, okay, so there is a problem with packages and things getting sent here. Then, because I like to do giveaways, I like to send people, when somebody reaches out to me and they're like, oh my God, I want to try a product, or I would love to try this, but you know, money's tight, stuff like that. If I have it, if I have extras and stuff like that, I love to send it out. I want to send something to another country, actually France, now that I'm thinking about it. I had to pay like $100+, but then when she received it, she had to pay like 30 something dollars in order to get, it was just this weird thing. And I don't know if that's normal because I don't usually ship from the US to other countries, but just in a general sense, concerning. But like I said, you're underreacting, but better to react educated. Okay, so look into this a little bit more because I just saw this. I went back to the OG